Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Light Side Reactions and Reviews. We are continuing with our reactions to the last 4 episodes of Young Sheldon here on CBS. And today's episode is Season 7, Episode 12, A New Home and a Traditional Texas Torture. So pull up a chair, relax, grab a drink or a snack. And here we go with our reaction to Season 7, Episode 12.
Only 42 days until I go to Caltech. There's still
Missy's
so much
looking
to do
forward
before
to
I
getting
go.
her
Like
own
my
room.
graduation speech, last trip to the comic book store, last lunch with Tam at the high school.
Well, make sure you leave room for the family photo because that is definitely happening before you go away.
Seriously? That bluebonnet thing? That is so lame.
For those of you who don't know what my mother is talking about, it's this, and this, and all these. Forcing your family
they've all
to
got the
dress
blue
in matching
bonnets in the
outfits
background.
and be photographed in a field of fire ants and bees.
Okay, so I wasn't aware of the actual blue bonnet thing where it had to be in front of the blue flowers. But not just in Texas, but just in general in the 80s. I guess even, as he said, even going back before then. But you see the family photos, and they all have a similar theme sort of thing. And if you go online sometime and look up these awkward family photos, some of them are hilarious. But you look back on how your style has changed over the years. You know, back in the 80s, going back to the 70s, it was the bell bottoms, the white slacks, and the John Travolta, dance routine sort of looking thing, disco sort of thing. And you move into the 80s, and you got the ripped jeans and the band name T-shirts and the hair, the mullets for the hair. I had a mullet back in the day. And then, each generation you move on and you look at the family picture, you can tell what era it was taken in just by the style of the clothes they're wearing and the backgrounds that they choose for it and stuff. But yeah, apparently the kids just dreaded getting their picture taken because the family had to always have it the traditional way that their community did
Financial ruin. No, it's the picture.
I bought the outfits. I booked the photographer. You're doing it.
Doing what?
That bluebonnet photo?
Oh, come on. I don't want to.
If he doesn't have to.
We are all doing it. We're all going to be happy whether you like it or not.
I got a buddy who coaches at Rice who was asking about you. Great college. I told him you'd be a fantastic coach and they'd be crazy not to take you. Wow, Tom, I don't know what to say.
Getting
You
a
can
job
say
offer.
no and stay here. Well, I sure ain't saying that. Moving to Houston, that's a big deal. That's why I wanted to give you a heads up so you and Mary could talk. Before I
They're
make
going to
the
have to move the
offer.
family.
Appreciate that.
I'm leaving soon, and I want to remember this place.
Oh,
exactly
there's
the way
that
it
guy,
is.
the guy that's always in the comic shop.
Mister, could you move? I don't know you. Better.
Bazinga!
Where you going?
California.
Oh.
This is the origin of Bazinga. There's a display on the wall there, Bazinga Comics. I never knew that. Actually, maybe I did. I think he did explain that one time in Big Bang Theory where Bazinga came from. I like his T-shirt there too. There, the Green Lantern T-shirt with the long sleeves underneath it.
I'm getting offered a coaching job at Rice.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know moving's a big deal, and it's okay if now's not the right time.
You should take it,
You sure?
George. You deserve this.
I got a job offer from Rice.
Maroney?
University.
You can understand the mistake.
Your father
The
got
San
offered
Francisco
a coaching
treat.
job.
So I'd start high school in Houston?
We know that would be a big change.
I'd get to be the new girl in a city with malls
Oh,
and a
she
Six
likes
Flags.
it.
We were worried you'd be upset.
I'm upset. That's a lot of babysitters to lose.
Excuse me, don't I get a say in this?
Why? You're leaving in 41 days?
Doesn't matter. This is still my home.
Shelley, you'll have a new home.
Sheldon's
Where are
not
you
happy.
going?
To eat in my room while I still have one.
Sheldon's upset.
I get it. I get it. He's getting ready to move to the new college, a new life, a new city, a new town, completely away from home. Everything's going to be different for him. And this house is a symbol of stability for him. And so, with all this change in his life, he needs a little bit of stability. Just one thing to hold on to. I think this happens to probably most of us growing up. You know, we get to the point to where, you know, we move out on our own, we start our own family, start our own life, and we leave the past behind. High school graduation is a perfect example of that, or college graduation, as the case may be. My daughter just graduated last weekend from college. So shout out to her and congratulations. I love you, Shannon. But yeah, high school graduation or college graduation are both symbols of that transition in life where you're setting the past behind you and moving into a new chapter in your life. And that can be a scary thing, especially for people like me who just have that conservative mentality just ingrained in my brain that I like things the way they are. I don't like to see things change. And so I've got a long history of, you know, working at different jobs and stuff. And once I get established in a job, even if I don't, if I start to not like that work anymore, not like the job, when all my coworkers around me are quitting because the job sucks, I'm still working. You know, 10 years after everybody else has left, I'm still working at this lousy job because there's the fear of change. There's the fear of giving up that stability that you've got because you don't know going through that door that's standing there just slightly ajar. You can't see inside what's in there. You have an anticipation, an expectation of what's beyond that door, but you don't know for certain. You know, what happens if you open up, you know, the options, door number 1, door number 2, door number 3 in that game show that used to be. And, you know, you have to choose one of the doors and you have to go through it. And there's that fear of what if what's on the other side of the door is not as good as what I've got right now? What if I'm giving up something for something that is not better? From Sheldon's standpoint, in this situation, you know, he's moving on to a new chapter in his life, and that's exciting in some ways, but in other ways, it's terrifying. And I think we all need something to hang on to for that stability in our minds. And for him, apparently, his home is a symbol of that, and it's affecting him, even if he doesn't realize it on the surface. Subconsciously, that's what's bothering him, and I think we all go through that at a certain point in our lives as well. So if you're going through some similar change in your life to where, you know, things are uncertain, you don't know what's around the corner, you know, I'll say a quick prayer for you and hope that you find comfort in this transition and that you can find something stable to hold on to help you get through this change in your life.
Sheldon's upset and Missy's good.
That sounds about right.
The new girl has a pool.
But she's harping on that pool.
Can we talk?
About you not moving?
Sheldon, you know how excited you are to go to Caltech? Well, that's how I feel about going to Houston.
But when I was going to Caltech, I still had this home to come back to.
You'll still have a room wherever we end up.
But it's not my room.
But it won't be my room. This is my room.
How about
I
this?
get it.
We will take all your things with us and we'll set up your new room exactly the same.
So your plan is to gaslight me?
I know there's a lot of change, but sometimes change can be good.
Sheldon, this isn't about you. This job is good for your father and our family, so you're going to have to deal with it. Now pick up that plate, get back out there, and have dinner with
Okay,
the family
time to
while
be
we're
a
all still
parent
together.
now. Put the foot down.
Yes, ma'am.
Dang, that was hot.
Like lunch with my old
Does
friend.
she still not know about the vasectomy?
Why are we here? This is where we
When-
always eat.
When's the other shoe gonna drop? Is Mary gonna find out that he had that done? And when it happens, when she finds out, is the fit gonna hit the shan, as they say?
Graduated last year.
Oh, Tam, good to see Tam
Good for
again.
you. So where's your food?
When you invited me to lunch, I thought you meant like a restaurant.
That's okay. I'll share my sandwich.
Okay, you can
Cutting them off.
see at this age, going a couple years without seeing a character or seeing an actor, he's changed. Just in the last couple years since we've seen Tam last, but you can tell it's still him. So it's good to see they're bringing back they're getting ready to cut to the finale of the season of the actual series, and so they're bringing back some of these old cast members for us to see once again, and I like that. A little bit of closure for us.
Hello.
What are you
Librarian.
doing here?
Taking comfort in the familiar. Still no wedding ring, I see. That feels good.
Yeah, feels great.
So, where was I? Right. Houston. Anyway, my father got offered a coaching position.
To solve this problem, we have to remember the difference between endothermic and exothermic reactions.
Hello, Mr. Gibbons.
Sheldon? What are you doing here?
Okay, so they're getting them all in one just get them. They're getting them all at once. All the old cameos, coming back, and this is a really good way to do it. That he's struggling with moving on and wanting to hold on to his past, and so this is a good way, from a writer's standpoint, to get this on the screen and to give us these moments of nostalgia for us to see these characters again, and to wrap it up so that we're getting some closure for the end of the series.
That young man might change the world someday. Or blow it up, who's to say? All right, moving on.
Is that what you're going to wear for the family portrait?
We all
All right, so we got Dale here now, and this actor, let's see, who plays Dale? He played on Coach back in the 80s. I'm trying to think of his name. Craig Nelson. There's a TV series back in the 80s called Coach. It was a sitcom, kind of like Cheers and Night Court, that sort of thing. And so I never watched it because it wasn't on the network that we got. We only got one channel growing up. But he was the main character on that, and a great actor. You've probably seen him in some movies as well. But here he is. We're finally seeing Dale. We didn't get to see him last episode.
He'll make Mary happy.
Yeah. All your loved ones together?
Are you upset you're not going to be in the picture?
Standing in a field full of pollen with this nose? Are you kidding?
Oh, Meemaw's going to be in the family picture.
Meemaw? Meemaw?
I guess that would make sense from a traditional, conservative type state like Texas, where the family is focused on these kinds of traditions. It's going to be an all-out family thing. They're going to get everybody from the family. So there's going to be George, Mary, Sheldon, Georgie, Missy, all the kids. And then you're going to have Meemaw, and, apparently here they're debating whether to have Dale in it as well as Meemaw's boyfriend. Let's see, you'll have baby Cece, of course. And I think that would be the whole family. I don't know if there's any other characters on here that they would probably include in the family picture. But yeah, it makes sense. You would want the entire family and not just the family in the household itself, as in my family. Whenever we had family pictures, it was the mom, the dad, and the 3 kids. The extended family wasn't part of it.
Does that mean I have to say hello 3 times?
No, that would be crazy.
Agreed. What's up?
How much do you love me?
What do you want?
I want you to buy our house.
Why?
So my room is there when I need it.
I thought you couldn't wait to leave Medford.
Just because I don't want to come back to a place doesn't mean I don't want to have a place that I don't want to come back to.
That makes sense to me.
Honestly, I can't think of a better starter home for a new family, such as the one we recently created.
Okay, same
Do you
tale
think
with
we'd be living
Meemaw
with
and
my
Dale.
parents
So he's
if we
moving on
could
to
afford our
Georgie
own
and
house?
Mandy.
Well, the history of banking in this country is rife with ill-advised loans made to poor people. You could be their next mistake.
Now. Why on earth would I buy your house?
Not you, the university.
Okay, why would the university buy your house?
We've been over this. Someday I'm going to win a
Historical
Nobel Prize.
landmark.
My childhood bedroom is in said home. It's going to be like the thinking man's Graceland.
Okay, stop. I've always gone out of my way to do anything to make you happy.
I love that about you.
But
Can
how
you
can I say this
imagine-
nicely? Your Caltex.
Can you imagine the ego that he must have? It's
Your
hilarious.
Caltech's problem now, so.
Yay.
But if my parents sell it, I have no reason to come back.
Sheldon, is it possible that what you're upset about is going away to California?
No, I'm excited about that.
Well, things can be exciting and scary at the same
Yeah,
time.
just what I was
True.
saying.
Once on a dare, I ate a Sour Patch Kid. I thought I was going to die. You would not believe the puckering. But now it makes a terrific story.
Riveting. Anyway, it's okay to have
There's a lesson there too, and I talk about this in church. It's a biblical principle that there are ups and downs. There's hills and valleys. There's mountaintops, the great times in our lives, but there's also the low points as well in our lives. And as the saying goes, without the sunshine, without the rain, we'd never appreciate the sunshine. And so there's a balance there. And so when we worry about and fret about why do bad things happen, if it wasn't for the bad things in our lives, we wouldn't appreciate the good things. So you have to have that balance there. And what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You've heard that phrase. There's a lot of truth to that. And so a lot of times we'll go through things and we'll wonder, why did this have to happen? Well, looking back years later, as in Sheldon's case here, he's predicting, it'd be a good story to be able to tell someday. And there's, that's true. And also, these struggles that we have in life are good growing experiences. They help us to grow stronger as a person. I was just talking to somebody yesterday about how going out and getting exercise, chopping wood, it builds your muscles. Going through that pain at the time, the endurance, it makes you stronger. And so whenever we face difficult things in our life, sometimes those things will help us to grow stronger. So when we face difficult things in the future, we'll be able to relate to them better, be able to conquer them.
Okay, to have complicated feelings. Maybe you're focusing on your parents' move because that's easier than focusing on what lies ahead.
I don't know anyone there, and I'm scared of the ocean, and they have earthquakes. What am I doing? Maybe I should stay here.
Ooh.
See, moving all the way across country, that's a big thing too. Not just moving out from your home, but moving to a different culture. I mean, it's still United States, but moving to the East Coast from the West Coast, or vice versa, or from the heartland. If you're used to the country style life, and you move to a big city, that's a big culture shock for a lot of people. And so, I can see how he could be extremely nervous about moving to California, where they have, like he said, the earthquakes and the ocean, and he's not used to these sorts of things. And so, that'd be terrifying for a guy.
I know it looks a little lived in, but it's got good bones.
Yeah. How much can we get for it?
Well, I need to see the rest of the house. This is our daughter's room.
We told her to clean up, but no promises.
Hello, ma'am.
Oh no, what's she doing?
Room.
It's been such a blessing to grow up here. I just hope some lucky family loves it as much as I have.
I'm sure they will.
Well, I'm gonna pray on it.
Okay, moving on.
I don't get it. What's her
This
angle here?
is our little boy's room.
Might want to stay there until I finish my sweep.
Okay, now this is more like
You
it.
said the realtor was coming over today. I wanted to make sure my room wasn't still radioactive.
It was never radioactive.
We don't know that. I did have radioactive material.
There was no radioactive material. The FBI stopped him before he got any.
You're talking about the uranium I tried to buy. I'm referring to the americium isotopes I was using to make a nuclear reactor.
That was like season 1 or season 2. That was a great episode. All right, there's a movie that I can't think of right off the top of my head which one it was, but had a similar situation. They were selling a house, or the neighbors were selling the house, and so the guy that was the next door neighbor was doing all this crazy stuff to scare off the people that were coming that look at it and maybe want to buy it. Dressed up like a Nazi and all different sort of stuff just to scare off the prospective home buyers. But yeah. I don't get what Missy's angle there was. The whole sitting there dressing up and praying sort of thing. I don't get how that would scare off the realtor. But Sheldon, he nailed that one.
Missy?
Yeah?
Missy?
What?
Missy,
What?
are you nervous about moving to a new city?
Nope.
point, you won't know anyone.
That's the best part. I won't be the dumb sister of the smartest boy in town.
You're not going to brag about me?
Hell no. I'm gonna tell people you were sent away to
Okay.
a school for special kids.
Yeah, I get it. Missy's angle was she wasn't trying to scare off the realtor. She was trying to, impress the realtor. Nice Christian girl sitting here praying, all dressed up in church clothes in her bedroom. The room is spotless. Where Sheldon's the opposite. He's trying to scare him off. I get now what Missy was doing.
Well, I'm sure there'd be a bunch of smart other weirdos at Caltech.
Caltech?
The Big Bang Theory
Yeah.
group.
Caltech.
Like calculators?
Like California.
Oh, I like mine better.
Oh, she's seen
Well,
Cal,
I'm sure you have lots of
C-O-W.
friends. Maybe even a smart weird girlfriend.
We are leaving for the Bluebonnet picture at 4. Don't be late.
Wouldn't miss it. Hey, you want to ride to school?
No, I'll take the bus.
Suit yourself. See y'all later.
4 o'clock.
What's going on?
That's not good.
Mary, we got some bad news.
Where's George?
I'm so sorry. He had a heart attack.
He's okay, right?
He's gone.
He's speechless.
Are you?
All right. Yeah. Boy, that was a shock there. Yeah, when you see somebody standing on the doorstep like that, it reminds me of Saving Private Ryan, when his mother was looking out the kitchen window and see the vehicle driving up, and when the priest gets out of the vehicle, she just knew. And so somebody just shows up on the doorstep like that, especially, usually you see it pictured like a police officer or something, a couple police officers to tell you there's been an accident. All right, so there's the cliffhanger for us. It's gone. All right, join us next time for another episode. Hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe. And next time we're going to see Season 7, Episode 13, Young Sheldon. Everybody have a good week.